have notes, as you can literally tell by the paper and stuff like that. So, yeah. We have some talking and addressing to do today, so yeah. I'm not gonna waste any more time and just, get straight into it. So yeah, obviously, as you can tell by the title of this video, yes, this is what we're gonna be talking about, and yeah, stuff like that. So yeah. This has been going on for quite some time, ever since, his character has been reintroduced into the show. And, yeah, it's just, it's still growing, stronger almost every day. It really is, technically, as you think about it. So, yeah. So, yeah. For those of you who don't know, it's been quite a few months ago, but I recently got into a new show that, it's not really new because it's been airing since 2018, but it's new to me. So yeah, I've been watching 911. So yeah, it's a drama series. So yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. But I highly suggest, if you don't have like mental health issues and stuff like that, because I know I'm trying to be considerate here, because I don't want people who like have serious mental health issues that like they don't want to they don't want like that kind of content like to go into with if they have like severe mental health issues. Like, I don't want any of that to be triggering for you. So I highly suggest, if you do have mental health issues, I suggest you kind of avoid those kind of shows and stuff like that, because it makes you freak out about your health. And I highly suggest stay away from it. But yeah, but aside from that, I'm just saying, so yeah, yeah, so to me, I highly recommend it, but for those of you who have, like, mental health issues and, stuff like that, I highly suggest don't, because I do not want that to be triggering for anybody. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, so yeah, a few months ago, I recently got into a show called 911, which obviously I just said. But, yeah, again, it's not new. It's been out since 2018. It's still ongoing now. It's still airing. Season 8 is airing right now, even though, yes, a new episode is coming out this upcoming week. Technically this week, because it's Monday, November 4th, I believe, by the time I'm recording this video. So, yeah, you guys will be seeing this later today. So, yeah. Yeah. So, we are going to be addressing and talking about we're going to be talking about We're going to be talking about the hate going on with a certain character from the show who recently, made a comeback not too long ago, from past seasons. And, yeah, that's literally the title of this video, pretty much. So, yeah, anyway, I'm just going to go straight into it. So, yeah. Basically, the Tommy hate. That's been, yeah, it's been a pretty real struggle lately. So yeah, obviously, mainly for the toxic buddy shippers. So yeah. So yeah, for those of you who, seen the show or been watching the show, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yet again, for those who don't, you like have no idea what I'm talking about, because you don't watch the show, you don't know anything about it, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. But so yeah, basically I wanted to address some things. So yeah, I just y'all need to chill out a bit with the Tommy hate, alright? I understand why, but, yeah. So yeah, this is just I'm gonna be going into my opinions and theories and stuff like that. Just, again, your opinions are your own, so yeah, just know, I'm not here to tell you who you can and can't ship. Absolutely not. If you want to ship Buck and Eddie, that's fine. If you want to ship Buck and Tommy, that's fine. If you like both, that's fine as well. Just, I don't, this is why I try to stay away from that toxic side of the fandom, for at least the buddy shippers side. So yeah, I lean away and stay away from that kind of hate and, stuff like that, especially social media and all that, just, all of it, because it's literally everywhere, almost. So, yeah. So yeah, just the struggle about it, right? Just, it's literally the struggles of, being in a fandom and, stuff like that. You have a certain topic or a certain ship that, people are, delusional about, like, and they're really, toxic, for, yeah, stuff like that. And, yeah. So yeah, it's, that's just the normal side of it and stuff like that. So So yeah, it's just, fun talk. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, mainly the reason why people, obviously we can all agree the main reason why people hate Tommy is because, buddy shippers, as in toxic buddy shippers, it's because they didn't get what they wanted. Buck with Eddie. That's one of the main reasons, literally, why they don't like Tommy is because buddy shippers, mainly toxic buddy shippers, didn't get what they wanted, which is Buck with Eddie. Like, even though it's been confirmed and said multiple times that the character is straight, which I will just say I will not deny that there hasn't been some tension, there hasn't been like a little bit of a, stuff like that in the past, like, sparks, like, where moments where this could potentially happen for them, like, I'm not denying that is true. I'm not saying it's not true, but like, say for example, like go for the title scene. I have no idea when was that from? Season 4, I think. But I can't remember. So yeah, y'all have to let me know because I forget. It's been a while since I've rewatched the show. So yeah, I recently got into the show like when season 7 was airing, and I got caught up with it literally less than like a few weeks, I think. So yeah, and then it was by the time where episode 6 was close to coming out because they were on like a 2 or 3 week hiatus for seasons ever since episode 5 came out. So yeah, I think it was, I forget when, I think it was in May. Yeah, it was around April, mid to late April is when, I fully got caught up with the show, because, that's when they were on a little bit of a hiatus between episodes 5 and 6, as in episode 6 coming out. So yeah, that's that. So yeah. So yeah, that's that. And yeah. And again, also, with people saying, like, as in us, Tevin, as in fucking Tommy shippers, are like, why, like, aside from, the main reason why buddy shippers, mainly, obviously, buddy shippers don't like about Tommy, like, that's, aside from the one thing where, whereas in buddy shippers say, obviously, that's why they hate Tommy, because, aside from the reason where, they just hate Tommy because, they didn't get what they wanted, Buck with Eddie, which, yeah, there's that. But when us Tevin shippers say, like, aside from that reason being, why are you hating on Tommy? Like, we're like, he's innocent, like, he's done nothing wrong, like, stuff like that. But yet again, yeah, but yet again, buddy shippers be like, again, like, why are you saying this? Like, he wasn't innocent. His past actions speak for themselves. But I will agree that y'all are right a little bit there on that. So, yeah. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I will admit, yes, Tommy did have some past behavior that, yeah, But, yeah. But for a decent reason. There's a reason why he was acting that way. So, which is details we're gonna get into today. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. So yeah, that's literally, the main reason. So yeah, as in that side being past actions and past episodes, which, yeah, it would make sense why people are saying, like, why buddy shippers are like, why are you saying he's innocent? Like, his past actions speak for themselves. Literally what I just said. Because literally, in Hen and Chimneys begin episodes, the poor baby was, because, okay, back at the time, for those who watched the show, you'll know that Gerard was captain back then when Tommy was serving with them. Hello. Hi. I have a cat, as you can see. So yeah. Obviously, like, again, which at first didn't help at all, because, Gerard didn't, he wasn't, yeah, he wasn't a good role model. He wasn't at all good, all those things. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why. So I'm like, because, his behavior didn't, it didn't teach them any better. Like, literally, it was just all this toxic masculinity around. It was just, yeah, no, so yeah, no. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why, he was, acting that way, and yet, yeah. As in, aside from that, that there are a few more there are a few more actions, of his past actions, like, yeah. There's, aside from, the toxic masculinity around it all, from, Gerard's behavior, not teaching him any better, and same with the other guys who were serving under him too as well, and people telling me I was working with, alongside him, also being racist and being racist and misogynistic. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So yeah, as we can, if we go, okay, I'm going in reverse order because Chimney's episode technically comes first, but yet again, I find it weird that Hen's origin episodes came out first before Chimney's did, because Chimney technically joined the team before Hen did. So yeah, but yet again, I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. It's been a done deal for years now. So yeah, it makes sense. But whatever. So yeah, so I'm gonna start with Chimney's episode first. So yeah, when Chimney joins the 118, he literally goes up to the thing where they're having dinner or whatever, lunch, dinner, whatever, and then gosh. And then literally Chimmy's like, hey, new recruit for the 118. I was supposed to report to Captain Gerard, blah blah blah, whatever. And then, they might have said this before he said that, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, literally Tommy. Yet again, Tommy. We see Tommy, at the table with the guys, and literally he sees Chimney, and then turns to Eli, and then he says, oh, did you forget to tip the delivery boy? I'm like, that is literally being point blank out racist. So yeah, I'm like, ha ha ha. Yeah, because for those who don't know, Chimney is Asian. So yeah. So yeah, I'm like, okay. So yeah, and then comes in Hen's origin episode. Yeah. When Hen comes in, she is at the bottom level. They're at the top. Gerard is the first one to be out with the racism and the misogynistic stuff like that. So, but the misogynistic wasn't in Chimney's episode because obviously misogynistic is a thing towards women. So yeah, just no, so yeah, my apologies for that. In the beginning talk for Chimney's episode. So yeah, again, apologize for that, for at least the misogynistic part. So yeah, for that side of it. But so yeah, again, Hen is at the bottom level. Gerard being the first one to literally be point blank out racist and misogynistic towards her. So yeah, literally. So and then Tommy walks over saying, who's this? And then, Gerard's like, this is our new blah, 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 And then, his expression is mainly the same. He says it fairly decently, says it fairly nicely, and then, his expression doesn't change until Sal's comment. So, yeah, and then, after Gerard said, this is the new recruit, blah, 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 I forget what he says, but, literally, he was like, seriously? I'm like, so yeah, and then that's when his expression and his mood switched like that, like so. Yeah. Yeah, and then fast forwarding to when they're having dinner, lunch, whatever. Chimney asks Hen where she's from, and she asks, "Oh, I'm from here in LA." And then and then Gerard or one of the others would be like, "Oh, I thought you were from the East Coast," and stuff like that. And Hen genuinely thought that was a compliment, and and then Tommy goes over and says, "New York bitchiness is a compliment." Point out racist and misogynistic. Oh my god. Okay, just know I'm not defending him, because, back then, don't get me wrong, yes, he should have, been, held accountable for his actions. All of them technically should have been held accountable for it. But yet again, Gerard being not the best role model that he is, yeah, he was not like that at all. He was not like be the one to, step up for the teammates, be like, don't talk to them like that, blah, blah, blah. Don't talk to your teammates like that, blah, blah, blah. Treat each other with respect. Yeah, he was not at all like that, at all. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, but yet again, interesting in a bad way, because, you're not, just in general, you're not supposed to act like that. You're supposed to be a good role model. You're supposed to be a good leader, leading your team, not treating them like shit, and, stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Tommy confirms this in episode 5 of season 7, where where he said on his little date with Buck in that restaurant, he says the 118 was a regressive place at the time, and was still figuring himself out by that time. So, yeah, that just literally proves that, again, like, he literally just confirmed it right there, that, it was a regressive place back then, and, yeah, he was still, poor baby was still closeted out by, him being openly, gay and express himself, which he could not do at the time, because with all this toxic masculinity around him, and all these people, just Gerard's bad behavior, and the, sparking in them, thinking like, oh, it's okay to act this way, right, when it, really not, when it's really not the way you're supposed to act, literally, at all, which deep down, they know that, trust me, I feel like deep down they know that, but yet again, it's a whole other thing, because, same, like, literally, in Hen's episode, like, literally, deep down, they probably wanted to step up against Gerard, like, say, like, they obviously wanted to step up, deep down, I feel like, yeah, again, so yeah, deep down, I feel like they wanted to step up against him, like, like, stand up against him, and, be like, hey, don't talk to her like that, and stuff like that, but yet again, back at the time, I feel like they literally, like, didn't know how to, because, with Gerard's behavior, you don't know what he was gonna, you don't know what he would expect for him to say, because, he'd be like, like, say, like, scrub duty for 2 weeks or whatever, like, he'd just, give you that, like, random punishment or whatever, so I'm like, that's BS, it's literally BS, so yeah, the poor babies, just the poor babies, so, yeah. Now, seeing it from the other side, / the other perspective, what was Tommy dealing with and struggling with internally that caused or causes him to act this way? Was it from the army? Was it his childhood? Was it his parents? Was it school? Etc., etc. Aside from, being from the 118, like, being with the 118 at the time when Gerard was captain. And, yeah, it's obviously, aside from, yes, the 118 being the one confirmed place where, stuff, aside, that's just, yeah, just, aside from that place, being one of the things where, one of the reasons, not really the reason, but, yeah, but, yeah, it's just, like, because back then, they probably didn't know, poor thing didn't know any better, because, it's just, oh my gosh. So yeah, Tommy again confirms in season 7, episode 10, which is the finale, that Gerard was like having the daddy already had. Which again, just, poor baby. That literally just proves that he's used to this, / he's used to Gerard's like, this kind of behavior, / Gerard's behavior, even from a young age. I'm like, that's so tragic. That's so sad. Like, oh my gosh. Which means his home life wasn't a safe environment for him to explore himself and, figure himself out until transferring out / leaving the 118. So, yeah, that's just one thing. It's a whole other thing. Like, I just really. So yeah, just aside from that, aside from being at the 118 at that specific time where it was a toxic place under Gerard's authority, and yeah, it's just, and and then still being under that influenced behavior back at the time when he was young before he's where he's at now, like not like now in the show, like, back when he was with the 118, like, Well, maybe kind of now, but like now where the show's out now, but yet again, not really. But yeah, it's just so yeah. Again, not only from the 118 back at the time when that place it was surrounded / full of toxic masculinity because of Gerard's behavior. He didn't know any because of course he didn't know any better and treated them with respect, which you're supposed to do as a leader. But yeah. We all know Gerard at this point. Yeah, that is back then. That was not his style. Absolutely not. Not still technically not now, because even though yes, he's out of the 118 now, obviously. So yeah, and let's hope it stays that way for quite a while, and or technically forever at this point. So yeah, yeah, and again, it just yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, that's just, oh my god. Oh my god. So it's just, yeah, again, aside from, aside from being surrounded by all that toxic masculinity and, stuff like that, with Gerard back when he was with 118 at the time, and, and then back, even from a young age, it's so tragic to go through that. You're used to that kind of behavior since you're a child. Literally from a young age up to where you were at that time. Before you got into a good place. It's so tragic. Can you imagine just being in that bad environment? From when you're a kid, you start, you literally start getting into that, and you're used to it by the time you fully get out of that bad environment. You're used to it for God knows how many years, and then then you finally get into a good place years later in your life. You slowly get to be in a good place in your life. You're finally away from all that. You can finally be yourself and explore, and just to explore yourself and figure yourself out, stuff like that. It's so sad. It really is. So yeah, that's why, half of that is why he was acting that way back then. Because, he was used to that behavior from a young age as well. Not just Gerard's behavior from the 118. Even from a young age at the time. So, yes, again, back then, again, not defending him, because I feel, obviously, to me, yes, he should have been held accountable for his actions back at the time. Same with the other peeps who were, like that, Yeah, so yeah, just know, I would never defend anyone with that kind of behavior. Absolutely not. Same with, literally, homophobia and transphobia. Literally, stuff like that. Even though, just, yeah, so yeah, just know, I would never influence and defend anyone with that behavior. There, yeah. So yeah, literally, absolutely not. Let's see, yeah, no, just no, yeah, I'm not at all, no, like that. So yeah, and another thing I wanted to bring up is that, this is a little bit more on the buddy side of things, for the mainly on the toxic buddy shipper side of things, so yeah. Buck and Eddie's past relationships and past exes getting quite a bit of hate in the fandom, which I will not deny that is not true. It is true. People hated Marisol, people hated Taylor, people hated, Natalia, people hated Abby, stuff etc., etc. I understand and I get it, but it's just, Shout out to the actresses who played those characters. I will admit, they did an amazing job playing them, but, it's, yeah, because I heard in an interview, funny story, I heard in an interview that Oliver did with a journalist or whatever, that, he's obviously, known that, actresses have been, getting fairly mistreated for from where Buck is now at that point, at this point in the storyline of the show, the actresses being, fairly mistreated and all that, which I understand, but I will admit they did an amazing job playing the characters. Yet, it's it's not really a thing you would want. You wouldn't want those actresses being, feeling like they were unfairly mistreated. You know what I mean? So yeah, just know, I respect the actresses who played those characters, and just know y'all did an amazing job. So yeah, just know y'all have my full respect there. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just and yeah, basically, literally the main, again, at the end of the day, literally, just at the end of the day, the main reason why people hate Tommy is yeah, because they didn't get what they wanted. Buck with Eddie. We can all agree on that, at least. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons. So yeah, and funny, and literally in the most recent episode of the show, where people, I swear, literally, the way buddy shippers, not really just buddy shippers, but just the way toxic buddy shippers, they literally just have the they just, the way they dig into these episodes, like, to find just random delusional excuses to, like, say buddy canon in season 8. Oh my god, I'm like, y'all just laugh my fucking ass off. Like, oh my god, like, just the way they dig into it, like, to find those excuses and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I think y'all in your delusional heads, y'all be in there all you want, just so yeah, literally they get proved wrong every time. Yet with those theories, so yeah, I'm like, when are y'all just gonna give up? Like, are you just gonna, like, y'all can just, y'all just don't know when to give up, do you? But whatever, it's whatever. So yeah, and again, just know, like I said earlier on in the video, I don't care who you ship. This is not me telling you who you can and can't ship. Absolutely not. You can ship whoever you want. If you still want to ship Buddy at this point, be my guest. You want to ship, like, just like me, if you want to ship Buck and Tommy, of course, go ahead. Go ahead. If you ship both, that is totally fine as well. Just, yeah, but let's try to be respectful and, kind. Let's just try to be kind and respectful here. There's no reason. We're just literally having a conversation. There's no reason why we can't all be friends here. So yeah, but yet again, yeah. So yeah, and also one other side thing I wanted to bring up. Can't figure out where to start. So yeah, I feel it's funny because the one thing I feel like the thing is with toxic buddy shippers is that, like, yeah, the way, just, oh my god. Speaking of, let me bring up something, because literally, funny story, I made a comment on a video, on a most recent video. It came out a few days ago. So yeah, I just, excuse me, oh my god. I decided to, well, not really decided, but so yeah, I made a comment on a most recent video of someone I watch on YouTube. So yeah, I just want to go from my words from that. So yeah, let me just pull it up real quick. It's, so yeah, to me, literally, it came to my mind not too long ago, and yeah, the words just came out, and I started typing it out. So yeah, if I can find it, it's, I just need to pull up the video, and I need to, yeah. So yeah, let me find it. It's right here. Okay. So yeah, I commented on a recent video that someone posted. It was yeah, it was a day before Halloween. So yeah, and so yeah, this is one of the this is a YouTuber I started watching. I love her reviews that she genuinely puts her heart and soul into these, and yeah, I just and she watches the show as well. So yeah, I'm like, that's amazing. That's really amazing. And I love how in depth she goes into these reviews and stuff like that. And she recently literally made a video kind of similar to this one where she's addressing the Tommy hate and everything. So yeah. I just genuinely, I started watching her, and I mainly, saying, funny story, I literally, how I got involved in, like, you know, started watching her channel is literally a 911 review video of hers, you know, reviewing the little Tevin moments we got in season 7, like, you know, the starting journey and, you know, going forward. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be reading my words that I decided to comment under her video, because, you know, it just so yeah, because I just, you know, yeah. So yeah, again, another thing I wanted to address a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's another thing with the toxic buddy shippers is, you know, is, okay, y'all, so yeah, again, I'm going by my words that I commented under here, so yeah. I feel like that's another thing with the toxic buddy shippers, is that they think Eddie is going to come out as canonly gay because of his disastrous relationships he's had with women, and it just literally goes to their brains, like, and I put these in quotes, I have no idea why. I just did, because I felt, you know, but yeah. Oh, his relationships with women aren't working out, so let's just be delusional and say he's going to come out as canonly gay, and he's going to confess/reveal his feelings for Buck, and they're going to be endgame, and we can all die happy now that it's finally happened after desperately pining it for years. Half of me gets where they're coming from. On the part where he's had quite a bit of relationship issues when it comes to women. Yeah, and I'm not denying that that's not true. Yet, the other side of me saying, aside from Eddie having his past relationship issues with women, if the writers were to go this route with his character, y'all know bisexual people exist, right? I'm just saying. So, but if not anytime soon, / going forward, / near the end of the show, he remains being a straight character, and Buck and Tommy do end up becoming endgame, us Tevin shippers won at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, long little long little thing there. So, yeah. So yeah, that's just, yeah. So yeah, now this is gonna be a little bit more of a, excuse me, sorry. So yeah, a little more of a thing I wanted to address too. So my possible, you know, theories of what's to come, and, you know, what's to possibly happen. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, episode 6, we're going to be doing a little bit more deep dive into Tommy's backstory and, you know, stuff like that. So we're going to be focusing a little bit more, like, we did it a little bit in episode 5, for the most recent episode that's out right now. We're going to be digging more into Buck and Tommy's relationship, and, yeah, we're going to learn a little bit more about Tommy's past, and, yeah, stuff like that. So, now, what I know about that is, we're not really going to see much of, I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed from Oliver in an interview that we're not going to be seeing what we saw in the flashbacks, like, you know, from, like, from, like, Hen's origin episode, Chimney's origin episode, like, you know, stuff, those kind of flashbacks, we're not going to be seeing anything, not really much of anything like that, so I'm like, so yeah, as in, new episode, new content, basically, so yeah, I'm like, that, again, that's interesting to me, because I'm like, I know, obviously, we're gonna get some backstory with him, and, you know, stuff like that. Buck is gonna go on another spiral, like he did in episode 5 with the whole curse situation, because it was a Halloween episode, so it made sense why they went with that route with the storyline for that episode, so yeah. Yeah, which is interesting to me, because I feel like, so yeah, just randomly, I, you know, made a little thread on Twitter. I can't really remember what I really said, because, you know, my mind draws point blanks all the time, so yeah. So yeah, I tried to focus on, you know, more of the Buck and Tommy side of things for this upcoming episode, because, you know, aside from the main stuff that's gonna happen, you know, aside from, you know, they're doing a parallel from Eddie's, origin episode from season 3, I'm like, that's cool, but yet again, I'm like, you know, yeah, yeah, but, you know, so yeah, mainly, what I think, obviously, aside from, we know Buck is gonna go on another spiral. So yeah, what I think, I mainly think Buck might end up finding out something about Tommy's past on his own, and yeah, that obviously sends him on a spiral, and it might possibly cause a little bit of an argument slash disagreement between them while they're together, or technically going back to what I was just saying, or while they're together, he literally finds out about something from his past, when they're together, in the same room with each other, or something like that, and and then Buck confronts him about it, and he doesn't, not really confront, but he kind of talks to him about it, and stuff like that. And but yet again, he's kind of closed off a little bit, he's I don't want to talk about it and stuff like that, and I don't know, and that might cause a little bit of a tension, obviously, a little maybe disagreement, argument, a little bit, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, and then it so yeah, and then I feel like obviously it'll cause him to still want to know more about it, stuff like that, but yet again he decides to go to either Bobby or Maddie for some advice, and stuff like that from what's going on, and obviously, so yeah, I know Oliver teased a scene with him, Maddie, and Josh, as in Buck, Maddie, and Josh. So yeah, so that could be another possibility. Like, he could be going to Maddie for some advice, and then Josh somehow pitches in alongside there too. So yeah, that'd be really cool to see. I feel like, but yet again, yeah. And then I feel like, later on, after the whole Eddie's the whole parallel situation with Eddie's origin episode, all that aside, Bugs might end up going to Eddie for a second opinion, stuff like that, because, yes, aside from Eddie, going through it right now, and, stuff like that, he's personally still struggling with the whole thing, stuff like that, his son's in Texas, stuff like that, he goes to him for, a second opinion and stuff like that, because, I know Oliver teased the scene with him and Ryan coming up in this episode, it's just, a Buck and Eddie scene, so yeah, I'm interesting, so yeah, it's probably just going on, it's probably, having, a heart-to-heart or something, so yeah, as in, sometimes, I feel like they'll obviously have that conversation where, excuse me, on how, how relationships cannot work and cannot work in certain ways, but yet again, you have to have that reason to, fully, have confidence in it, and, fully fight for it, whether, when you're going through those hard times in relationships, if you truly want it, and, stuff like that, you have to seriously continue to fight for it. So yeah, if you really want it that bad enough, you need to continue to fight for it. So yeah, I just, a little side thing there. So yeah, and then I feel like, obviously, after all those talks that Buck has had, with say Maddie, Josh, and potentially Bobby, maybe, I don't know. And then Eddie, going to Eddie, his best friend, for a second opinion or something like that. They end up back, in a same room together, finally, talking about it, opening up and stuff like that, on more about the topic, and, stuff like that. And then, I feel like that might lead to, because I know, this was a while ago, I think this was before season 8 started airing, and before it came out, there were some behind-the-scene pictures shared, so yeah, one of the cast members confirmed that one of the pictures, behind-the-scene pictures was from episode 6, so I'm interesting. So yeah, funny. It was like, it was a little stained glass window from, literally, it's from that restaurant in season 7, episode 5, where Buck and Tommy had their first date. So I'm like, could they potentially be redoing their first date? Because, just, yeah. Or it could just, be another side thing where, him and, like, Buck and Eddie just, hang out, just go and get, like, a beer or something as friends, like, be like, relationships can be hard and, stuff like that, or just life in general can be hard, because I know Eddie is struggling with, his own personal issues and all that, so yeah, because, with his son's in Texas, and, his, just, his crappy, excuse me, just, his relationship life is, yeah, not in a good place right now, so yeah, yeah, again, yeah, I don't know, but, so yeah, which is why I feel like that might, whether, I have no idea, but, yeah, but, if that doesn't end up happening for, like, at least the Eddie thing I just brought up, if, if Tommy and if Buck and Tommy do end up, like, doing, if they end up going there for, like, to, like, redo their first date, just, to kind of, like, put some closure on that argument, and, stuff like that, like, fully have a heart-to-heart, stuff like that, I feel like, I don't know, that might lead to a potential first I love you, maybe? I don't know, it's funny, because we're literally going on a, it's funny, lots of us on Twitter, we're just, we're literally thinking like, oh, this could be possibly it, like, they could, like, by the end of the episode, they could be, because aside from, Buck going on a spiral about what's going on with Tommy, and, he'll eventually find out about him, and, stuff like that, what his past, all that, I'm like, so yeah, so just, aside from all that drama, it's just a whole thing on Twitter, like, if you, like, we're just, like, we're like, at the end of the episode, they're so gonna, like, either Buck alone, or, like, or both of them are just gonna, well, yeah, I don't know, maybe, but, who knows, but, so yeah, it's just a whole thing on Twitter, where, like, oh, they're still gonna say, I love you, the first I love you at the end of the episode, I'm like, so yeah, again, it's a theory, who knows if it's gonna come true or not. I know it could happen, it's gonna happen eventually, I feel like, we obviously feel like we know that, but, I don't know, so yeah, and also, there's another thing, we feel, also, again, it's a whole other thing on Twitter, where, like, also, oh, they're gonna still move in together, stuff like that, so I'm like, again, I don't know, I feel like it's too soon, but yet again, who knows, so yeah, yeah, which I think, if I count correctly, because the season ended in May, which is season 7 ended in May, so, and we waited 4 months for season 8. For them, it's only been 3 since season 7 ended, and, going into season 8, where, Gerard's captain now, blah, 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 all that, we're past that now, obviously, but, so yeah, if I count correctly, so yeah, it is, so yeah, June, July, August, it is August, when, season 8 starts for them. For them, it's August for when season 8 starts, and, Gerard has been their captain, ever since then, stuff like that. So yeah, which leads to Tommy and them, Buck and Tommy been dating for that amount of time, and not a lot of time has passed, obviously, so yeah, they're still in the beginning phase of their relationship, which it makes sense, so, yeah, and then, then the Halloween episode comes around, so yeah, that just takes forward 2 more months, so yeah, that's 5. So yeah, and then we literally just fast forward 2 weeks, because we're on, like, a 2-week hiatus for a new episode, so yeah. So yeah, it's literally, it's literally November for them at this point. Like, same with us. It's November. It's November for us now. So, yeah, literally, it's technically been 6 months since they've been dating, if I'm counting correctly. So yeah, I'm like, if they, like, if one of them ends up finding out it's their 6-month anniversary of when they've been officially dating, I'm like, that's so cute. Oh my god. I'm dying, it's so cute. So So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm tired. So yeah, I don't know. Those are just my my random theories and thoughts of what could potentially happen. So yeah, obviously we know we're getting backstory. We're getting more lore on Tommy, and stuff like that. Learning more about his past and stuff like that. So yeah. God, I can't wait for Thursday. I really can't. Like, can Thursday get here faster, please? Because I need answers. I need them now. So seriously. Literally, it's just, yeah. Yeah, it's, So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to touch upon in this video. So yeah, she, that one YouTuber, I mentioned, a bit ago, she inspired me to just make this video, because, I wanted to kind of address a little bit of it myself, not, so yeah. So yeah, just, yeah. I will link the original video, in the description, because, just go support her, give her some love, she deserves, more, subscribers, and she deserves a lot of love, so yeah. So yeah, again, she inspired me to do this, so yeah, it was literally, so yeah, that one video I watched of hers, she inspired me to make a similar one like this one, so yeah. Just to, like, say, like, my side of things, stuff like that, so yeah, yeah. That's, yeah, pretty much, again, that's pretty much all I wanted to touch base on with this, video, so yeah, just know, again, I'm not telling you who you can and can't ship. Absolutely not. If you still want to ship Buddy, whatever, go ahead. If you want to ship Bug and Tommy, that's fine, of course. If you ship both, that's totally fine. But, so yeah, let's, be kind and respectful, please. Like, can we just, we're just having a conversation. There's no reason why we can't just, be nice and be kind and, respectful on other people's opinions, stuff like that. So yeah, just, let's keep the negativity on a down low, please. Like, let's just, yeah. So yeah, let's just, there's no reason why we can't, all try to be, yeah, just more, oh my gosh, so yeah, I am tired. Sorry. So yeah, yeah, but literally, at the end of the day, I'm just a fan watching the show. And, yeah, I ship who I ship, and, yeah, I have my own opinion. My opinions are my own, same with yours. Your opinions are your own, and, yeah. And we are entitled to them, so, yeah. So, yeah, just know, ship whoever you want to ship, I don't care. Just know, let's be, kind and respectful, okay? Let's just, we're just having a conversation, stuff like that. Let's just, let's try to stay on the positive side of the fandom, please. So yeah, that's why I lean away and stay away from that toxic side of the fandom where, yeah, it's a bad environment to be in and, stuff like that. I just, yeah, same with the actors, too. Like, they stay on the positive side the best they can because, it's just, yeah. And, also, yeah, same thing with, yeah, same thing. Another thing on the Tommy hate, too. I'm like, also, yeah, not just all y'all just hating Tommy. Y'all really be hating on Lou Ferrigno Jr., really. I'm like, really? That's just ridiculous. Like, he's just an actor playing the character, and he's, he's an actor. He's playing this character, and he's literally reading the scripts being given and written, and, yeah, he's just playing a fictional character at the end of it. Yeah, literally. So, yeah, and he's playing a fictional character at the end of the day, so, yeah. Mainly, and again, another thing is why people be hating on Tommy, like, oh, he's ugly, I don't like him, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because of his looks and, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, not only just Tommy, y'all be saying that literally to the actor, literally saying that to Lou Ferrigno Jr. I'm like, what is y'all's problem? Like, seriously, he is an amazing, kind human being. Like, he's just an actor. He's just an amazing, kind human being portraying this character. Reading off and portraying this character with the script being given and written to him playing this character. yeah. So yeah, just know I love and respect Lou so much. He's, you know, yeah, he plays Tommy so well, and yeah, I just, you know, I wish him all the, you know, positivity I could give him, and all the love and positivity I can give and send his way, and yeah, I know, literally. Same with Oliver and Ryan. They're just, you know, with them, you know, getting these things like, you know, like, you know, talking about, you know, well, mainly it's all Oliver, because, you know, people being like, would you be interested in a story, like, you know, would you be interested in a storyline with, would you be interested in a storyline with Eddie, with, you know, Buck with Eddie, you know, would you be interested in that storyline going somewhere, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, I get where you're coming from with that question, but yet again, I'm like, you know, you know, them saying, is Buddy gonna happen, blah, 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 you know, stuff like that. I'm like, they don't know. They genuinely don't know, so stop asking that question, because, you know, they don't write the show. They are just actors portraying these characters. So, yeah, I rest my case on that, so yeah. Mainly the main takeout of this video is just, you know, your opinions are your own. Ship whoever you want to ship. Let's just be kind and respectful on it, please. And yeah, please be kind and respectful to the actors playing these characters, whether you hate Tommy or not. Same with you know, just, you know, yeah, just let's just be kind, and, you know, treat others with respect, please, because, you know, just, you know, yeah, it's just, yeah. Again, at the end of the day, these are actors playing and portraying these characters just as a whole, and yeah, they're just, you know, they're doing their jobs. It's part of acting, literally. So yeah, for those toxic buddy shippers and all that, just build yourself a bridge and get over it. Like, seriously, keep those mean stuff to yourselves. Like, you know, there's no point in because they're ignoring you anyway. They're not going to indulge you. So, yeah, just mainly, if you know, you have nothing nice to say about it, do not say anything at all. Just stay in your delusional heads, why don't you? Just, you know, stay in that, you know, stay on that side of yourself or whatever. Just, you know, again, have nothing nice to say. If you have nothing nice to say about this storyline and this new relationship, like, then keep it to yourselves. Like, literally, they are not indulging your hate. They're just ignoring it. They are staying on the positive side of things, and, you know, just, yeah. So yeah, just keep those mean, rude comments to yourself. Like, seriously, there's no reason for that, because they are literally not indulging you. So yeah, they're not, you know. So yeah, yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. So yeah, again, like I said, at the end of the day, these are actors portraying these characters. Please be nice to them. Yeah, ship whoever you want to ship. I don't care. Your opinions are your own, and let's be kind and respectful on that side of things for when it comes to, you know, yeah. This is why I stay on the positive side of the fandom, and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, let's just, you know, yeah. So yeah, oh my gosh, so yeah, my throat hurts from talking a little bit. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I need to be up at a decent time in the morning, because, you know, it's a weekday, and yeah, so yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Just, you know, hearing me rant for close to an hour at this point. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to let me know your own thoughts, theories, and, you know, stuff like that in the comments if it'll let you, because YouTube sometimes can be stupid, but, you know, whatever. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.